Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. It has now been 20 days since Election Day and votes are still going on and being counted and in Iowa's case recounted across 3 different congressional districts in the United States, including 2 very close races in the state of California with California District 13 and California District 45. And we also have a recount going on in Iowa District 1 as well, which I'll touch on at the end of the video. So I've been covering this race for the past about week now, looking at the votes that are outstanding and where they remain. And I have some articles I want to share with you today that gives us a little bit of an idea where things stand in both of these races. I'm going to start right here with California 45. This is where Republican incumbent Michelle Steele is taking on Democratic challenger Derek Tran. Derek Tran, the Democrat, currently has a lead over Michelle Steele, but how much vote is remaining in the district is where things start to really get interesting. Looking at California 45, Derek Tran currently leads Michelle Steele with 50.09% to 49.91%, a lead of 157,427 to 156,882. If you want to get really precise, Derek Tran has a lead of about 545 votes over Michelle Steele out of the 314,309 votes cast. An incredibly close race. And in this article by the laist.com, we have some information here. The most important part of this information in this article is that a little over 1% of the estimated vote remains to be counted in this congressional race. So about 1% of the estimated vote remains here. And I can go into more details about the article. The article really just talks about a lot of the processes of this. But for the main purpose of this video, this article shows there is just 1% remaining in this district. So I am going to look now at California 45 because I broke this math down to give you a little bit of a precise idea of what that 1% would look like. So we don't have an exact number for sure how many votes there are, but we can use the estimated vote that has come in and use it to make our best guess. So of the 314,309 votes that have reported, they say an estimated 1% is still remaining. So just taking a hypothetical estimate of 1% of 314,309, that would get approximately 3,143 votes remaining to be counted for this race before it can hit 100% of the vote in. And it is also worth noting that of the votes remaining, it is looking like they are coming out of Orange County District 45, which is the much more Republican area of this district between Orange County and Los Angeles. Orange County is also the larger population of the two areas. The only problem is right now for the Republican incumbent Michelle Steele is she is leading Orange County District 45, but very narrowly. She's leading 50.7% to Derek Tran's 49.3%. So for this scenario, what I did was I took the total number of votes approximately that could be remaining right now. Again, this is possible the votes are off and there are more votes or less votes. But again, based on my estimates, of the 3,143 votes that remain, right now, Michelle Steele is leading Orange County 50.7% to Tran's 49.3%. For the sake of this hypothetical, I rounded up where Michelle Steele would win 51% of the remaining vote. Derek Tran would win 49% of the remaining vote if the trends were to continue in Orange County. And now the question is, where does that leave us with the remaining vote? Well, having done that, I would have Michelle Steele getting about 1,602 votes, 1,540 votes for Derek Tran. That would be a net gain of 62 votes for Michelle Steele against Derek Tran. That would cut Tran's lead down a little bit, but would not be enough to flip Tran's 545 vote lead. So the fact is, if there is the 1% remaining in this district, Michelle Steele to win this race not only needs it to come in for her, but winning it 51-49 like the percentages in the district so far would not be enough for Michelle Steele to win this race. She's going to need a much more substantial margin of vote to come in for her to have a chance at winning this race. So this is a very close one. It has not been called yet because the remaining vote is enough votes to flip this race, only a margin again of 545 votes. So there's certainly enough vote for either one of these candidates to win, but the numbers for Michelle Steele need to be closer to 60-40 breaking for her to have a realistic chance at winning this district and flip the lead that Tran has over her right now. So it looks like the Democrat is narrowly expected to hold on, but again, this race is too close to call given the number of votes that remain. So that's California 45. We do have some reports from the California Globe for California 13 between Republican John Duarte and Democrat Adam Gray. And in this one, they say there's 98% of the vote in, and only about 5,000 votes remain to be counted. So this actually, unlike the other one, does give us an exact estimate of about 5,000 votes. Okay, so 5,000 votes remain to be counted in District 13. Right now, District 13, there is a lead for Duarte of 204 votes. Let's say the 5,000 votes is exactly correct. Well, what's the obvious here? There's more than enough votes, more than enough for either candidate to win this race. This is so incredibly close. Where are the 5,000 votes coming from? Well, let's say the 5,000 votes are coming probably most likely all spread out, but the largest county in this district is Merced County. This right now is breaking 51-49 for Adam Gray over John Duarte. And again, 5,000 votes. So let's take the 5,000 and let's times it. Right now, the percentages in the district, which Adam Gray is getting 51%, if we were to do that, Adam Gray would get about 2,550 votes. It wouldn't really matter if, actually, no, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Let's do the math first. We'll do 2,550 minus 5,000, 2,450. So that would be a net gain of about 100 votes for Adam Gray over John Duarte in Merced County if only the votes for the 5,000 came out of there. That would be cutting Duarte's lead from 204 votes down to about a little over 100. That's if all the votes are from Merced County, District 13. We don't know that for sure. Let's say hypothetically, and yes, it is the largest county, what if more votes came out of Stanislaus County, the second largest county? Well, it's got less people than Merced County, but the margin in which Adam Gray is winning it is 53-47. So that would be a much larger spread here, where take the 5,000 times 0.53, that would be 2,650 votes minus 5,000. That would get 2,350. That would be a net of 300 or so votes for Gray over Duarte. If the votes come out of Stanislaus County, those 300 votes would just be enough by about 90 votes or so to flip Duarte's lead and give the win to the Democrat Adam Gray if the votes come out of Stanislaus County. So not knowing where the votes are coming from exactly is a big issue for this race. That's why it's so close and can't be called, is we don't know where the votes are coming from, which makes it so incredibly close to watch. With over 204,896 votes, just depending on the district the votes come from, this race may very well be decided by less than 100 votes. Whether John Duarte, the Republican incumbent, holds on or Adam Gray, the Democrat, flips it, I would not be shocked one bit to see 100% of the vote in and see the winning candidate only be leading by less than 100 votes. That's how close things are right now in California 13. So we know about 2% of the vote is left in California 13, 1% of the vote or so is left in California 45. That's where things stand there. As for another district that has not been called yet, Iowa's 1st District, this race, actually, all the votes are in. There's now a recount happening, and there's an article on Fox News where the Republican incumbent Marinette Miller Meeks did make a statement saying the Democrat is wasting taxpayer money in pursuit of the recount. But given that it's a lead of just about 801 votes, and it is super close, and so far in the 4 counties that have completed the recounts, the Republican has gained 2 votes, according to her. So I'm not sure anything's really going to change too much in this one. I expect at the end of the day, the Republican will pull out a very narrow win here and get the Republican number up to 220 House seats. But so Iowa, I think we have a pretty good idea. We know how that will go. California 13, California 45, total jump ball right now that we're not going to know until all the votes come in. All we do know is essentially there's 1% of the vote to go in California 45 and about 2% of the vote to go in California 13. So that's where things stand right now. That'll be my video for today on California. I expect to do another video tomorrow if we get any more results in or any more updates, or if we even get a race calls. It could be getting close if the votes come in, but we still have a little bit of ways to go there. That'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give the video a like, click subscribe, share with your friends and family, and hope to see you in a future video. That will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a like. And if you really liked it, please remember to click the subscribe button. And make sure you turn post notifications on so you always get notified when I post a new video. That way you never miss one. Also, please remember to share this video with your friends and family if you really like the video. And remember to stay tuned because I'll be posting at least one video every single day leading up until Election Day. So I'd really appreciate it if you keep coming back and watching those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.